From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. Another day of punishing heat and humidity is expected to hit Ontario and Quebec, as well as the 4 Atlantic provinces, even parts of British Columbia today.
A heat warning from Environment Canada is still in effect for all of southern Ontario as it stretches north past Lake Huron and Georgian Bay and east through southern Quebec. Expected daytime highs could reach 35 degrees Celsius in some parts, with the humidex at or near 40 Celsius. A heat wave is also hanging over Atlantic Canada. Sweltering temperatures are also forecast in British Columbia, with heat warnings active for most of Vancouver Island and the Sunshine Coast, as well as parts of the South Thompson and South Okanagan. David Bowles, The Canadian Press.
One of Newfoundland's most active wildfires gained ground over the weekend as officials report the so-called Kingston blaze on the Avalon Peninsula has grown to 50 square kilometers. The fire has impacted an unknown number of additional cabins and structures. Premier John Hogan says 2 water bombers offered from Ontario have been delayed as they stay back to fight some of Ontario's own fires. Air Canada flight attendants are expected to picket today at airports in 4 major Canadian cities in what their union is calling a National Day of Action. The Canadian Union of Public Employees says demonstrations will take place at international airports in Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, and at Pierre Elliott Trudeau Airport in Montreal, all at 1 p.m. Eastern. CUPE says it's looking to raise awareness about what it calls poverty wages and unpaid labor when working on a plane when it's not in the air. Members voted last week 99.7% in favor of a strike mandate and could possibly walk off the job early this Saturday morning. Israel's military has targeted an Al Jazeera correspondent with an airstrike, killing him, another of its journalists, and 6 other people sheltering outside a Gaza City hospital. Officials at Shifa Hospital confirmed the deaths of correspondents Anas al-Sharif and Mohammed Kureka, along with 4 other journalists and 2 other people. Israel's military claimed responsibility and described al-Sharif as a Hamas leader, an allegation dismissed by Al Jazeera. The network called the strike a targeted assassination. And a popular U.S. beverage trend is bubbling up north to Canada.
Dirty sodas are pop-based drinks mixed with fruit flavors and sometimes cream, marshmallow, candy, or lemonade. Jeremy Gannett, owner of Sip Soda in Alberta, says his customers are looking for the drinks after spotting them on reality TV show The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
In that show, those women, they go every day for their dirty soda.
Meanwhile, BC sisters Michaela and Brooklyn Cantillon have seen a similar phenomenon at their pop culture dirty soda trailer in the Lower Mainland. They got the inspiration for the trailer from the show and say customers often ask them to recreate cast member orders. Michelle Zedekian, The Canadian Press.
This is The Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays have the day off today after winning 4 of 6 games in their road trip to Denver and Los Angeles. They swept the Colorado Rockies and lost 2 of 3 to the National League West leading LA Dodgers. The Jays will open a 3-game series back at Rogers Center against the Chicago Cubs beginning Tuesday night. The Jays are still the best team in the American League. They're 4 games up on the Boston Red Sox in the American League East. Boston has lost 2 games in a row, and they visit the Houston Astros tonight. The Astros lead the AL West by half a game over the Seattle Mariners. In tennis, Montreal's Felix Auger-Aliassime will play Arthur Rinderknecht of France today in a round of 32 men's singles match at the Cincinnati Open. Montreal's Gabriel Diallo will square off today against the top-seeded Yannick Sinner of Italy. Yesterday, Denis Shapovalov of Richmond Hill, Ontario, was upset by Luca Nardi of Italy. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.